Hey guys, it's me, Jennifer, and don't mind me. Just got a new icon seat for the garage as part of a Christmas present shopping spree between me and my husband. So this year was kind of a busy year for my channel, and I've gotten a lot of things done on my fleet. Probably not as much as I would like, but things like weather and life happen, so it is what it is. But, you know, I wanted to just go ahead and give a nice little recap of what's happened this year on the channel, and to take a moment to thank you guys for supporting me through this YouTube adventure. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's happened this year. So this year I kicked off my YouTube channel on my birthday with a general overview of my personal fleet of cars, including what kind of stuff they needed and what my plans were for them. And this video kind of really helped set the stage for what was to come on my channel. So Olivia, my 1979 Dodge D150, kept me a little bit busy this year. After destroying not one, but two shift boots, I decided to go ahead and craft up my own. I also tackled a broken door lock, which ended up not being the lock cylinder like I thought it was. It ended up being a much easier problem. So that was nice. And I also finally got her heater and defroster working so that driving in these colder months, you know, if I decide to take her out and there's no salt on the road, that can be a little bit more comfortable. And then there was Serenity, my 2013 Subaru BRZ, who probably out of the whole fleet is my most reliable car, so she didn't really need too much attention. She also probably draws in the most attention here on YouTube, and that just might be because she is a BRZ. This year I went ahead and did a couple of little personal preference things to her, changed out her radio head unit just to get rid of the original stock Subaru touchscreen, which drove me nuts and was super unresponsive. And then I also got rid of her front license plate bracket just to give her a nice smoother look, since we don't need front license plates here. So, and then finally there's Diamond, my 1967 Plymouth Fury VIP. She saw quite a bit of progress this year, and also some setbacks because things didn't always go as planned. I kicked her off with replacing the door seals and trunk weather stripping, just so that water wouldn't get inside anymore, because her trunk ended up with some water after she got body work done. I also restored a set of Chrysler police wheels for her in hopes of getting some disc brakes, at least on the front, installed for her in the future. And I also built a custom center console because, let's face it, having a place to put things while you're driving around and so that they don't just slide across the bench seat is a really nice thing. I also made her windows and door hinges move a little bit smoother and less noisy. And I finally installed a lower steering column cover after years of not having one and just having a ton of airflow on my legs while driving. And of course, like any real project car, some days went better than others, but it's fine. Every little bit gets me closer to where I want her to be. And of course, no garage is complete without tools. So I had a couple of videos this year that highlighted a few things that would maybe help you out in your garage, or maybe be a good gift for a friend who is working on their car, or let's face it, probably yourself. So I highlighted things like a bench top powder coating oven and setup, as well as a flex core welder from Harbor Freight. And then things like a windshield wow that helps make cleaning the glass on your car a little bit easier. I also went to a couple of events this year. I checked out all of the cool hot rods and rat rods at Beatersville in Louisville, Kentucky. And I also went down south to Bowling Green to spend a day at Holly Mo Party, which is also where I picked up the HVAC controls for Olivia. So got a couple other good finds at the swap meet there as well. So I'm really excited to put those into use in the future. So you may be asking, what is next for the fleet? Well, Diamond soon will be getting more weather stripping installed. I'm planning on replacing her roof rail weather stripping since it's pretty deteriorated in a couple of spots. So in a couple of months, Diamond will also be going into the shop to get some chassis work done, new torsion bars installed, get her floorboards repaired because of that one rust through spot that I found while installing her lower steering column cover, and to get some paint touched up in a couple of areas as well. I also have plans to rebuild her transmission at some point, but first, before that happens, I have to track down a horrible coolant leak that I have. For Olivia, I want to go ahead and try to fix her horn since that doesn't work. So I don't know if it's a fuse thing or if it's a wiring thing or what. I also want to maybe install power steering just to make it a little bit easier to drive her around a parking lot, especially at like Cars and Coffee. And finally, Serenity will just have general basic maintenance at things like an oil change, tire rotation, stuff like that. And who knows, I might even get a chance coming up soon to work on my husband's 72 Opel GT and get that finally running. We'll see what happens with that as well. So now Diamond and Olivia are both tucked into the storage unit on their trickle chargers for the winter until there's a nice day or Diamond goes into the shop or whatever happens. But I did want to go ahead and thank you guys for supporting my channel this year. It really means a lot. If you like these videos, please feel free to like and share. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel for future automotive shenaniganry. And of course, if you even want to help support the channel even further, feel free to go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon. So happy holidays, everyone. Have a great new year. And I'll see you guys in 2026. Bye.